Okay, everyone, this says use a form of the distributive property to rewrite the algebraic expression without parentheses. So what are they saying here with a form of the distributive property? I thought there was just one distributive property. And there really is. And the distributive property says this. Take a single term, any monomial, and multiply it times an expression that has addition or subtraction. Like, for example, x plus y. So the key feature there is you've got a monomial on the outside of the parentheses times, and on the inside of the parentheses you're either adding or subtracting terms. So you could have a times x minus y. And in both cases we use the distributive property, which tells us that we take the a that's on the outside and we distribute it, meaning multiply it, times each of the terms that are inside of the parentheses. So this turns into a times x plus, because there's a plus sign inside the parentheses, and then a times y. Now later we'll worry about what to do if there's a negative on the outside, but for now, whatever the sign is on the inside, that's going to be the sign out here. So in this case, then it would be ax, and then a times y again, but it's going to be ax minus ay. Well, that's the distributive property. What other forms could there be? Well, you might have something like this, x plus y with the a written over here. Or you might have three things inside the parentheses, x plus y plus z, and then the a here or written over here. So that's what they mean by a form of the distributive property. In each case, it just means take whatever's on the outside and distribute it, multiply it through. So I want to take this 1/6 in this case, and I'm going to multiply it all the way through the parentheses. So this is going to look like this. It's going to be 1/6 times 12x, and then 1/6 times 30. The most common mistake is to multiply that 1/6 times the 12x and then forget that you do it also by the 30. So you want to make sure, always think of this picture in your mind. This 1/6 is like a Mack truck, and it's going to plow all the way through the parentheses. It's going to hit this and hit this. So how's that going to look? So we're going to have 1/6 times 12x. Well, okay, 12x, I'm going to write that as 12x divided by 1. Since that's a fraction, I want that to look like a fraction. Plus, now I'm also going to take that 1/6 times 30. So I'm going to write that as 30 over 1. So what we did was to take the 1/6, that was the number on the outside, and multiply it times the first term and the second term. Now it's just a matter of simplifying. So look, 6 goes into 12 two times. The x is still there, so it's 2x plus, bringing this guy right down, and 6 goes into 35 times, so we're left with just 5. So the simplified answer is 2x plus 5. When you distribute the 1/6 through the parentheses and simplify, that's what you get. All right, let's do another one. Now it's going to be much faster this time. Same idea. We take the 1/4 and we distribute it through the parentheses. So 1/4 times that 5x and 1/4 times that 8. So 1/4 times 5x, write this as 5x over 1 minus 1/4 times 8 over 1. So when we simplify this, we're going to get, well, wait a minute, we can't cancel that, can we? So there's no reducing. Sadly, we're going to still have a fraction. It's not a big deal. We can write this as 5x over 4, because if you multiply these two things together, you would just multiply the numerators together and get 5x, and the denominators to get 4, minus, now this one can simplify. 4 will go into 8 two times, so I got minus 2. So that's the answer. Now you could also write it like this. You could also say 5 over 4, 5/4 x minus 2. And that's equivalent, and the system, my math lab, will take either one of these answers. So whichever you feel more comfortable with.